Do. Okay, good.
Bruh.
Put some music on. Oh, don't tell me I have to. Oh, God. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Okay. Turn that down a little bit. Let's go to Discord real quick. Let's go to my channel real quick. All right, cool. We're live. Alrighty. Let me see something. Yeah. Why did I do that? Share. Copy. Paste. All right, there we go. Yeah, I'm not going to TwitchCon. Fuck off. Alrighty. All right, while we wait for the stream to start. Sorry. Sorry about that, guys. I was just typing in Discord real quick, letting everybody know what tonight's stream is going to be about. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know if I'm going to really play a game tonight right now. Away with you. What I do want to do is I do want to go over some stuff. So give me 1 minute. And I will... I gotta figure out how I want to do this. Let's open up Word, I guess. Nope. Didn't mean to do that. There you go. Edit panels. Where are my documents folder? Dude, really? paste. Gonna highlight some of this so it's a little easier to read. All right, there we go. Oh, I didn't highlight it. Son of a bitch. Whatever, it's fine. It is fine. Oh, why doesn't it show the TV? That's not good. All right. Give me a few minutes. Display capture. There we go. Fix that. There we go. Alrighty. Now that that's been done. Oops. Alrighty. So, let me turn the music down real quick and I will get to talking. Okay. So, for tonight, I'm going to do something slightly different for tonight's stream. First thing I want to do is I want to explain these new streaming rules that I've made for myself. Now, if they come off as a little generic or they seem like I just randomly made them up, I didn't. I did have a little bit of help from a friend to help me put these together. So, I'm gonna do my best to explain these rules as best as I can. And of course, if you guys have any questions, please drop them in the chat. Or if you want, I'll do a separate video. I will do a video throwing these in there, and I will make sure you guys get a good explanation on that. And again, do not be afraid to ask questions. It's okay to ask questions. I don't mind answering questions as best as I can. But without further ado, let's get into these new streaming rules. Now, I want to be clear, these rules are not made to punish anybody. These rules have not been made in result of anything or as a result of something. This is just me trying to be quite a little more formal when it comes to having rules on my stream, because realistically, admittedly, I haven't had a lot of rules on my streams, and I think it's kind of hindered them a lot. So tonight is going to be just me somewhat explaining these rules for now. And then once I'm done explaining them, we'll probably watch a video or two, and then I'll probably call it a night, because I really don't want to be on for too long, because I want to get started on another video, which, by the way, actually no, I'll get into that later. But let's get started. So, number 1, be respectful. This is going to be a little self-explanatory, but we will get into that. So, first point, be kind. Treat the streamer, moderators, and fellow viewers with respect. Harassment, bullying, and derogatory language will result in an immediate ban. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I try to be as lenient as possible with this. You guys can swear if you want. I don't mind people swearing. I swear on stream a lot. You guys hear it. But as this says, try to be respectful to not only me as the streamer, but be respectful to the moderators and everybody else viewing. I want this to be a somewhat pleasant viewing experience for everybody involved. That is myself, the streamers, not the streamers, what am I saying? Bruh. Myself, the moderators, and everybody else viewing the stream. Even the lurkers, because the lurkers, we got to give them love too. Any of my lurkers watching, shout out to you. Anyway, no, second point. No hate speech. Zero tolerance for racism, sexism, homophobia, transphobia, or any form of discrimination. Keep the chat welcoming to all. Pretty self-explanatory. Be nice to each other, or try to be as respectful and nice to each other as possible. I just hit my mic. Sorry about that. Like I keep saying, we want this to be a very welcoming community. All right? So please try your best to adhere to that. Lastly, listen to the mods. The moderators are here to keep the chat safe. The decisions are final. Arguing with a mod will result in a timeout. Please don't stress the mods out. They're here to enjoy the streamer, myself, as much as you are. Don't argue with them. Try not to be an asshole to them. I'd greatly appreciate that. Now, if there's a mod that is abusing their power, of course, let me know, and I will investigate. If I feel that there is a merit to that, I will obviously take action, and they would have to be demodded. So, to all my moderators, do not abuse your power, guys. Fair? Fair. Alrighty. Let us get back into number 2, respect the stream experience. Once again, self-explanatory, but we'll get into the other points. Links. Now, here's the rule with links. Link posting in the chat is exclusive to moderators and regular viewers only. If you're a regular in the chat, and if you're a moderator, you are the only people who are allowed to post links. Please, again, as this says, only moderators and regulars may post links. If you are not a mod or a regular and need to share something, please ask the streamer or a mod first. If there's something you want to post in the chat, you got to let me know. Let the moderators know. If you don't feel comfortable sharing it with the mods, you could send it to me on Discord. I'm pretty sure I have the link to my Discord in the description of my channel below. Let me double check. Yep. Discord link is down below. So if you want to join the Discord and post the link there, I believe I have somewhere for people to post it. Give me 1 second. Let me check. Yep, here we go. You can just post it in here. Post it in Doghouse Topics. And that will be more than okay. Here we go. Next point. No spoilers or backseat gaming unless I ask. I think that speaks for itself. A lot of the games I play for the first time. Every now and then I'll play a game that I've played before. So I'll already know what's going on, but still, some of the people in the chat might not know, so I will do my best to not spoil the game for anybody. But to anybody that's in the chat, do not post spoilers. Or do not backseat game, which I'm going to try my best to be fairly lenient with that. I don't mind people helping me out, but try not to be rude about it. Don't be that type of guy that's like, oh, you're supposed to do this, you idiot. Don't do that. Just say, hey, man, I really think you should try and do this. And if I see your comment and you say, hey, I'm not trying to backseat game, I just think it would be easier for you to do it this way, that's fine. That is more than okay. But don't be an ass about it, all right? All right. Okay, this is a big one. Number 3, no self-promotion. Do not have... Oh, God. Really? Hold on, I'll be right back. Yep. Doorbell camera. All right, sorry about that. Where was I? So, yes, no self-promotion. Do not advertise your own stream, social media products, or services without explicit permission. Now, this has been happening recently, and this is one of those things that's really got to stop, guys. Look, I get it. You got to promote yourself. I understand that entirely. But to do it in someone else's stream, it's kind of not cool. It's not cool and it's frowned upon. So do me a favor. Unless I ask for your services explicitly, do not do it.
Nope.
Don't do it. All right? All right. Okay. Now, last but not least, keep it positive. Avoid overly negative, depressing, or attention-seeking comments. Let's keep this focused on having a good time together. Now, this one I think is a little iffy, because I can understand if you come in and you mention, hey, like if I call you out in chat, say, hey, let's use somebody for example. God damn it. Let's say Spyro came in after a while. And I say, hey, Spyro, where you been, man? How have you been? I haven't seen you in a while. And he says something like, oh, I lost somebody close to me. I think that's okay. If someone mentions, hey, I had somebody pass away, that's okay. If you just mention it once and you're like, hey, sorry, I haven't been around, so-and-so happened. Such and such happened to me. I'd be like, hey, sorry to hear that. Glad to see you, though. Hope you're having a good time regardless. And that's it. You drop. But like I said, do not try. God, I got to be careful how I say this. Try not to be the type of person that tries to steer attention away from the stream itself. All right? Like I said, I'll try my best to be as lenient as I can, but if you force my hand, I'm not going to have any choice, and you will have to face repercussions. Now, on to consequences. And this is the last thing we'll talk about. Breaking the rules will result in a timeout. Okay. I should probably revise this. Repeat offenses or a serious single offense, e.g. harassment or hate speech, will result in a permanent ban. I'm probably gonna go through this one more time and do some more editing with this. But let me re-explain this. When it comes to consequences, what I'm gonna try and do is try and have like a what do you call it? I'll try my best to have a 3-strike system. First, your first offense. If it's a minor offense, you'll get a warning. You'll get a warning. You'll get told by mods. You'll probably get like a 60-second timeout. And you'll get warned by either myself or the mods like, hey, don't do this again. You've been warned. This is your first offense. Second offense might be a longer timeout and might be another warning saying, hey, this is strike 2, man. You're on strike 2. And we all know what happens at strike 3. You're banned. Now, if you do something extremely egregious, like if you start going after the mods, if you start making fun of people, if you start spreading some hate speech, then you really gotta go. Unfortunately, I can't play around with stuff like that. Like I said, guys, I'll be honest with you, I don't want to have to start banning people. It's the reason I wanted to create these rules was so my stream could be slightly more enjoyable for you guys. Because I feel like personally I haven't been doing a great job making sure that the streams are not just fun, but in a way civil. Because look, I want this to be fun for you guys, just as much as I want it to be fun for me. So please, for the love of God, do your best to follow the rules. If you have questions about the rules, please, of course, You can DM me on Discord. You can write emails if you have to. You can leave comments on my videos saying, "Hey, I saw your video. I saw your stream regarding your rules. Do you mind explaining them a little bit more?" I'd be more than happy to. But like I said, any questions, let me know. Anyway, let's move on. You know what? Screw it. I think I can show you guys something. Give me one sec. The hell? There we go. I want to show you guys, or give you guys a small preview of the next video I'm doing. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Hey, there we go. Yes, I am doing a video about Batman. For a little bit of context, I've been a comic book fan for years now, and I am extremely excited to finally do a video like this. I've never done a video like this before, and I'm kind of excited to try it and see what you guys think about it. And if you guys really like this content, I might do some more of it. Maybe I'll do a video on my pitch for a Batman Beyond film. Maybe I'll do something on like comic book films I would love to see in the future. I don't know. You guys will let me know what you guys think. So, all right. Next video. I want to watch this video by Abba and Preach that just came out. So, for those of you who don't know, Abba and another content creator, Stevie Knight, had a debate on Abba and Preach's coverage of the Charlie Kirk assassination. Now, for those of you who don't know, I did briefly mention it in one of my Inner Thoughts videos, and I was very clear when I said, look, I'm not happy the guy lost his life. I'm not celebrating the man, but I'm not happy about it either. And I think that's the most reasonable take I could have with that. And a lot of people have that take. Well, I don't agree with a lot of the things he said. It's sad to see a father of 2 young girls die. It's never a good thing. But anyway, let's move on to the video, because apparently they have some things to say about Stevie Knight, because he did call them out post-debate. Let's see what they have to say.
We're doing another Stevie Knight video, and I know that half of you are like,
I could care less. I could care less about
Stevie Knight. He has a titled video called "Damn, Is ABBA Fake?"
I cannot say that I saw this coming. ABBA ain't no stranger to doing the extra. So
Okay, so I'm gonna just summarize this first point, but I'll link the video below so you guys can go watch it. For those who didn't watch the debate, consider yourself lucky. Here's a recap.
I feel like it felt like I didn't feel like I feel like. Do you feel like I feel like?
Oh my god, this is why I will never do debates online, because I'll get into that later. I'll get into that.
Machine. They need to be controlled. They need to be decapitated to feel.
Whoa, that went left quick.
Heard. I feel like everybody's gonna feel differently. There is emotion tied to it, bro. I'm a human being. Some children are born in fucked up circumstances, bro. It is what it is. What it is. So logically, it is what it is. Oh, that's cap.
That's cap. Did you Google it? Did you Google it?
I don't need to Google it.
No. Nope. You can't do that. You can't do that. If you're gonna make a claim like that, you gotta have some proof with you.
Somebody Google it in the chat. I don't even need to look up the stat. Every motherfucker.
Oh boy.
Engaged in evil could burn.
During our debate, there was a discussion about school, food lunches, starvation, food insecurity. Stevie and Kirk were constantly making this point that like kids are not starving, so we don't need these free lunches in school. There's other ways for the kids to get food. Okay,
which is not true, and a simple Google search could prove that wrong.
Pretty much the general gist of it. I try to explain that like not everyone has good parents. Food stamps are not always accessible. 7-year-old can't apply for food stamps.
Exactly.
Steve's like, listen, it's not a real problem. Kids are not emaciated, dying on the side of the street. And he harps on the fact that during the debate, Stevie himself was talking about starvation, like third world starvation, like kids skinny bones, big belly, dying, you know?
Dog, this isn't fucking people. It's not a famish going on. People are not dying because
No, they're not dying, but
famish.
I was talking about that. You were talking about a different problem that's less serious. And it's kind of disingenuous of you, Abba, to misrepresent me.
We can't be switching words out now, man. Food insecurity is entirely different than starving. That was the question posed in that debate with Kirk.
Now, here's where I'll be accountable. Shouldn't have used the word starvation when I was talking, man. Even though us in colloquial terms, be like, yo, I'm starving today. I need to eat. In a discussion, you should define.
The definition was still properly employed. Let's see. Starvation is a severe and prolonged state of malnutrition that occurs when an organism does not consume enough food to meet its basic energy and nutrient needs. It is characterized by extreme hunger and weakness, loss of body weight and muscle mass, organ damage, and dysfunction.
Terms. That's my fault.
You also gave yourself a 3 out of 10.
For the debate performance?
Yes.
Yeah, I made a lot of mistakes. What I don't like is
It's funny he says that because for those of you who don't watch these guys, Abba's usually pretty like reasonable when it comes to doing debates. At least that's what I've noticed.
this very bad faith interpretation on his behalf. When him and Kirk argue against school lunches, them talking about starvation, these programs were never implemented to stop famine. They were not put in place so that kids were about to die on the side of the street and like, hey, here's a little sandwich at lunchtime. They were put in place to combat malnutrition because a lot of folks who didn't have access to food would show up, not eat, and their performance levels at school were bad. They couldn't pay attention. That's what the program's about. I personally think it's incredibly
Yeah, I can agree with that.
bad faith to come to a debate about a topic, about a policy, and argue against something that's never intended for. And throughout the debate with him too, I mentioned it. If you just Google it, it's like so many kids today here in America, you could look it up, the statistics, that have malnutrition, that have food scarcity, that have all these problems. It stunts their growth. It fucks them up in terms of their academic success. If we were talking about kids dying on the side of the street,
Oops.
why the
Abba's absolutely right.
would I be talking about the fact that they won't get a good grade? And who cares? If we were talking about something that was terminal, I think I'd probably be like, how do we save these kids from dying?
I understand what you're trying to say. What I don't understand is why the f are we debating school lunches?
Sure.
That's a very good point Breach just made. Why is this an argument? Why is this even an argument? Yeah, kids shouldn't be going fucking hungry.
Like, you're trying to make a whole point about, F them kids.
You know, shitty parents, I get it, dog. This life is fucking hard, dog. And some children are born in fucked up circumstances, bro. It is what it is.
Yeah, but
No school lunches.
But that, oh
What?
boy.
Why
Exactly.
do you go against that?
I know.
That's the debate.
Y'all don't want to give that to kids, but prisoners get it, military members get it, a whole bunch of different adults get it. Also, aren't we
That's a very good point. That's a very good point Abba just made. They feed prisoners. Hell, in a lot of cases, they feed prisoners a lot better than they feed other people. That's crazy. That is so crazy.
first world country? Like, just because we're not dealing with third world country problems, don't we solve them all the time? It's like saying, yo, we don't need to make our roads better because we don't have dirt roads like third world country.
Eh?
Show me a single child in America going hungry. Doesn't exist.
Lie. 11 million kids.
That's just not true.
We have a child obesity problem, not a child starvation problem in this country.
I don't understand this thing where it's like, it has to be one or the other. You know, you could have rich and
Exactly. You can have both. Give me 1 second. I'm back.
poor people. You can have educated people and still unite.
To go back to the point I was trying to make, Abba makes a very good point here. Like,
We have a child obesity problem, not a child starvation problem in this country.
I don't understand this thing where it's like, it has to be one or the other. You know, you can have rich and poor people. You can have educated.
it doesn't even just have to do with this point. It has to do with a lot of ideologies in America. Why does it always have to be one is right and one isn't? Sometimes both can be true. Yeah, we have an obesity problem in the US. We also have a starvation problem in the US because prices are going up and a lot of people are not able to keep up with that. And what, you want to blame them for that? That's not fair. Seriously.
Educated people and Stevie Knight. Both of those things can all coexist.
Exactly.
Americans don't know what starving is. We don't know what
Sorry, I thought I heard something.
But you know, I see what he's doing here. He's playing semantics and moving the goalposts with this conversation, bro.
I love how you accuse me of playing semantics.
That's what he.
We live in a capitalist country, dog. It is what it
We
is.
spent 13 minutes talking about starvation versus food insecurity and not getting enough meals.
That's comedy gold. Right there.
If you talk like that about kids not having access to food, is it any wonder why people think you guys are monsters?
Bruh, here we go, bro. He taking me out of context again. See, I ain't shit. He ain't shit.
Every time someone's too stupid to enunciate their own point, they always say I was taken out of context. No, you just don't know how to communicate.
I hate to say it, but he's not entirely wrong here, because that is a very common defense that people have. Hell, actually, no, I don't think I've ever said that. Actually, let me not say I haven't said that. I don't know for a fact. I probably have and just don't remember. You guys will let me know in the chat. But to Abba's point, a lot of people use this excuse when they get caught saying something stupid. Oh, you took me out of context. You took me out of context. You took me out of context.
Nope.
No, you just said something stupid, and now you're trying to backpedal so you don't look as stupid as what you just said. No. You said that shit.
Maybe if you got a school lunch every time in the 3rd grade, you'd be able
God damn. Bro. That's crazy. That's crazy. Go back. Go
someone's
back.
too stupid to enunciate their own point, they always say I was taken out of context. No, you just don't know how to communicate. Maybe if you got a school lunch every time in the 3rd grade,
Even Preach is like, damn, dude.
you'd be able to read, speak, and think past a 4th grade level.
Oh, God.
Maybe. I think you need
Preach. That's what I love about Preach.
them school lunches, Steve.
He's like,
I was taken out of
damn.
context. I was taken out of context. After a while, is it people taking you out of context or you don't know how to communicate? I'm just asking.
Probably the
You
latter.
know, he's a big time fence sitter. He just won't take a stance. They'll have the whole thing. He's like, I don't care. I ain't pro-life. I ain't pro-choice. I don't care if the kids get the food, but I'm a capitalist. I'm against government handouts. I don't want the government to come save the world. But I don't care if they pass a program. If it happens, it happens. It's like probably anti-abortion. Am I right?
No, I don't know. I could care less. I'm not pro. I'm not anti. I respect this. I don't agree with it. Like,
But you want the government to get involved and stop abortions.
Oh, boy.
I never said I don't give a fuck about what anybody does with abortion.
But did you say it's a bigger problem?
Yeah, I said it's a bigger problem, but I didn't give a solution to it. I know it's a problem, but I never said what I want to do about it. I could care less. Like, it is what it is, dog. This life is fucking hard, dog, and some children are born in fucked up circumstances, bro.
You want this,
I never said want. I said these resources are available to them.
but that's what your
Are they, though?
solution is, right? You're
That's
fine.
not my solution.
Bro, what
Oh,
is your
boy.
opinion? I don't have any solutions, bro. I'm not saying what my solution is. I'm saying this solution exists.
This whole argument.
Like, I genuinely, guys, maybe I needed the school lunches in school. Maybe I just don't get what this guy's
The
talking about.
whole debate was just eye roll.
Yeah.
I wouldn't disagree with you with that.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't watch the full debate, but I'm glad I didn't. And again, I'm gonna explain at the end of the video.
I don't disagree with Kirk either.
Huh?
What?
I'm both anti-gun and pro-gun. You know what I'm saying? I could care less, bro. I could care less.
I don't know. I could care less. I could care less. I could care less.
I hate to defend the guy, but I feel like actually no, I don't know if I would call what I'm about to say is defending him, but I feel like what he's trying to do, and he's not doing a great job doing it, and admittedly I don't always do a great job doing it myself. He's trying to have a nuanced take. At least that's what I think he's trying to do. I could be wrong. But from what I'm seeing, he's trying to be nuanced, which is fine, but that doesn't always work in certain circumstances. But again, I'm just rambling at this point.
I could care less about.
I'm like, you know, I couldn't care less, right? Stevie, you deserve those school lunches. I'm sorry it wasn't given to you.
I could
God damn. He's
Listen,
just
And here's the thing
roasted
that's
this
funny.
nigga.
Remember when he said he's not pro-choice or pro-life? But he refers to it as killing babies.
Abortions and food insecurity. Why are we comparing killed babies to babies that are alive?
You're probably anti-abortion, am I right?
No, I don't know. I could care less. I respect his stance. I'm not pro, I'm not anti. I respect his stance. I don't agree with it, of course.
Killed babies.
I don't give a fuck about what.
Brother, which one is it? Which one is it?
You couldn't care less about what they do with abortion, but you also think that they're killing babies. Do you guys understand how much of a fence sitter and sociopathic person you have to be to really have that worldview? I really think that, I think abortion is murder. But
I could care less.
Like the pro-choice people don't think the fetus is a child. That's why they're justified in their position.
Yeah.
And the pro-life people think it is. So that's he's saying it is a baby, and I don't care if they die. But he did a more recent video, one that you haven't seen, because he got a lot of backlash after he put out this video. His own fans were turning on him like, "Yo, Stevie, you're bugging."
Damn. It's bad when the fans are turning on you.
The comment section was flaming him. Titled, "Am I a sellout to black people?"
Bootlicker, coon, coconut, sellout. As
Damn.
a whole, Kirk situation, bro, these labels have been flying at your boy. Black man with more of a conservative take on things, like thinking black people need to be a monolith. Like all black people need to look the same and feel the same and view things the same.
Sure, but that's not the case right now. That's
Exactly. Also, you're not getting that criticism because you're being... That's not why you're getting the criticism. You're getting the criticism because you seem like you're specifically criticizing black people a lot more than you're criticizing other races, which is a problem that not just Stevie Knight is having right now. The Hodge twins are also dealing with that. And so was Myron. Actually, no, he's still dealing with it. Myron Gaines is also still dealing with it. The problem, don't get me wrong, are there things that you can criticize the black community for?
Yep.
Yes, of course there is. But there's a difference between criticism and cruelty. Not cruelty. Why am I saying cruelty? God damn it.
Bruh.
Wrong word. Wrong word. There's being critical of the black community, and there's being racist. Or not being racist per se, but like people are saying, being a bootlicker, being a sellout. You're being a sellout because you're overly critical towards black people. Like, don't get me wrong. Like I said, there are certain things about the black community that do need to be criticized. But like I said, there's a time and place.
That's not the reason why.
Exactly.
I understand what you're saying, but that's not what's happening.
Black man with more of a conservative take, black culture is going to despise.
Also, I'm going to give you guys something that a lot of people don't know. A lot of black households are fairly conservative. Not overly conservative, not like alt-right wing, but most black households, or at least old school black households, are either slightly conservative or like in the middle.
This idea that black folks are somehow incredibly liberal, and that's not true. A lot of social issues relating to trans,
Yeah, I know it.
gay marriage. There's no group that's more against it than black folks in the USA.
Look at that. I was right.
The religious group in the USA is also black folks by percentage. I think people believe that either because they're never around black folks or know nothing about them. They think that how people vote maps on one-to-one with what their values are, and that's
Exactly.
just not true.
Regardless of what it is that I'm saying, for people to
I'm so glad Abba did that, because I don't think I did a great job explaining it, but yeah, the majority of black households are relatively either slightly leaning towards conservative or somewhat in the middle. Granted, yes. Do black people vote liberal? A lot of times, yes. Doesn't mean they are actually liberals.
view me and judge me on what I'm saying based on my skin tone.
They call you a sellout because of the kind of shit you produce.
Yep.
Thank you.
You're not even presenting their arguments of why they think you're a sellout. I want you guys to go to
Exactly.
the channel, Night Talk. Go to the search button. Not my feelings. Facts. Search the word black. See how many videos this guy makes shitting on black people and black culture. Now, I did take the time to click on a lot of these videos. just to
34
show us
videos.
what the titles are. I hate black people. And he agrees with them for a lot of videos. Black people are sick of black people. Dear black people, you suck. Black men don't date black women.
That's not entirely true.
Black people don't want to hear this.
It's funny because I forgot where I saw this stat, but the majority of black people are dating the majority of each other. Oh, here I go again.
Bruh.
I am doing horribly articulating this. The majority of black men are dating the majority of black women. There we go.
Only weak black men date white women. Shout out to because he's dating the white woman. He's got a complex. He's a little bit, insecure about that. He does get comments though, so I get it. Black Lives Matter 2.0. I hate black women. Black people have to stop being victims. She told white people finally. She told white people to stay out of the Black Panther. Okay, so it's still critiquing a black person on behalf of white people. This makes black women look so bad. And you gotta appreciate the hypocrisy. They'll be like, "Oh my God, these people think about race way too much," and they make that much amount of content about black people. Now,
Exactly.
flip it. Put in the word white. You will not find a single video, even though there's mass shootings, even though just recently there was a guy who ran up on that church and blasted a bunch of people, a MAGA guy. He hasn't covered it. Will he ever talk about any of these topics that plague certain communities? No. Now, you might say, but asymmetry is not necessarily a bad thing. And I agree. Sometimes you might have an asymmetry in the kind of things you make because you have more proximity to something.
Okay.
Do you do so in a nuanced way? Other communities have this, that. No, you don't contextualize it. You just be like, they're bad, they're bad, they're bad. And then let's go to your audience. Why are they there? Why do you have so many people being like, fuck yeah, Stevie, you're based? Stevie tried one time. Stevie made a video about Nick Fuentes talking crazy about black folks.
Oh.
I guess Nick Fuentes, he's on another racist tangent. So, but with that, I'm in agreement with a lot of things that he said outside of the generalization of black folk.
What the fuck?
Why are you agreeing with Nick Fuentes of all people? Of all people. Why are you agreeing with his race? Oh boy. I'm sorry. I have no words. I have no words. Why do black people hang around this clown?
Because your boy got some,
And I'm not talking about Stevie. I'm talking about Nick Fuentes.
your boy got some ghetto fatigue.
That video is one of his most disliked videos.
Damn.
Talked about the criticism.
Damn. I thought I'd get bad. Oh boy.
That video, he hasn't.
He didn't say all black people. He said lots of them. Pattern recognition is not racism. Anyone who gets offended by Nick is saying he is part.
Talked about the backlash. He didn't make a follow-up on that one. His audience was shitting on him en masse. Why? Because they're like, yo, Nick Fuentes is based. He's right about what he's saying. You don't have
Bro.
to believe me. Go look at Night Talk channel and see the kind of content he produces. And then you come tell me why people might think you a sellout. Maybe they don't want you to manufacture a narrative that only the black community seems to have problems because that's all you ever talk about. That's something that's always interesting to me is like black and Latinos often get very defensive when they get called out on stuff. But it's like sometimes it's not about what you say. It's about what you don't say. It's a lack of
That's true too.
Imagine being in
That's
a
true
family,
too.
You and your siblings all cause problems, and your parent only comes after you to scold you. At some point, you be like, shit, I know I'm fucking up, but like, bro and sis fucking up too. He might lie now. He might say, oh, disproportionate. Like, yo, there's some crimes that even when you go proportionate, white people commit more. If you want to look at political violence, which you seem to care so much about since you made 20 videos on your daddy Kirk, that's almost exclusively white men. But if I'm wrong,
Ooh.
Stevie, prove it. Why don't you spend the next year covering the other stuff? Let's see how well your channel going through. Let's see them dislikes. Let's see how your audience that you think are there for you and not because you're a bootlicker.
Woo. Woo.
Let's see how long they last. And if
Oh,
I'm wrong,
boy.
you know what up, CB? I'll put my money where my mouth is. I'll give you 50 grand if you spend a year doing that kind of content because there's evil, right? It's about evil.
It should be
God damn, that's a lot of money.
a good versus evil thing.
I'll put 50 grand in escrow and I'll watch. And you show me the analytics. You show me the audience you cultivate. I don't
Oh.
want to talk about feelings. I want to see facts.
The thing that happened is that you probably just found the reason why he's fan sitting because he doesn't want to necessarily upset the black, and he also doesn't necessarily want to upset the whites. So he's like, man, me no say, bro, I don't know. What you think? Meh. That's what it is. And now he's getting the flag, and he's saying that it's black people shitting on him. But I've seen in the comments, it's not just black people.
Absolutely.
It's people that even agree with Kirk. Mm-hmm. It's even people that agree with Kirk. It's like, yo, I agree with Kirk, but you're crazy on that debate.
Exactly.
Yeah, because no matter on what side you are, yo, not caring about kids is evil. And you should receive whatever you're supposed to receive because you're evil, right? Anyways, your words. Never mind.
Every motherfucker engaged in evil could burn. It is war because ain't no talking to them. Ain't nothing you say to them. They need to be controlled. They need to be
That's crazy saying that.
exiled, decapitated, whatever your cup of
What
tea
the
is, bro.
fuck?
There's no talking, bro.
It's like you are the extremist. You don't see yourself that way because everyone thinks they're the good and moral one. And Stevie,
Sad thing is that is true as well.
personal.
That is true.
It's not that I hate you. I don't give a fuck about you. But we as content creators have influence. And I'm just so sick of content creators and all this like, yo, get your money, bro. Get your bag. Yeah, you know what? I'd probably make a couple extra meals just grifting too. I think it's okay to have higher standards of people who make this kind of money. But maybe I'm just virtue signaling. Moral high ground. I don't even know how it's moral high ground. I don't know what the fuck y'all niggas grew up on. I grew up on like superhero shows and like basically shit like Great Response.
Thank you. So did I. Wrong fucking. There we go. Same here, man. I grew up watching superhero shows and superhero movies. Like, come on.
Is that moral high ground? Was Uncle Ben?
Remember, with great power comes great responsibility.
Is Uncle Ben moral high ground? Well, I have a moral high ground. Why? Because I think a kid who don't have a meal should have a lunch. Oh, you just appeal to emotion. Y'all realize that if Jesus existed today and met some of these people in the comment section, he'd be like, let the children first be fed. They need not go away. You give them something to eat. Appeal to emotions. You're just trying to manipulate us into paying for welfare. No. I'm saying that children first should be fed. Why are you, as one of my followers, disagreeing with that? Stop taking me out of context. You're manufacturing a narrative. And I could care less. I could care less. I could care less. And also, the audience, you guys should demand more. This whole like, yo, get your buddy, bro. Get your bag. When he's advocating for shit that harms so many people.
That's against you and that harms people.
Yeah, get your bag. I hate the fact that now as a society, all we worship is money.
Yes.
Sad but true.
There you go. That's my little rant.
That's a good rant.
This is a good rant.
It's a good rant.
Oh, that's cap.
That's cap. Did you Google it? Google it.
I don't need to Google. Somebody
No.
Google. Facts.
I
I don't have to do that.
hate that. I hate that he said that. I hate that he said this.
It's a good rant.
Oh, that's cap.
That's cap. Did you Google it? Did you Google it?
I don't need to Google.
Go-
Nah, bro, you can't say that. You can't say it's cap and that you don't need to Google it. That's not how it works. Unless you know this for a fact and you can
Somebody Google it in the chat.
Google. Facts.
No, I don't have to do that.
Ay.
I just know. Oh, okay. You think you know everything. When people just know and they don't have to Google, they don't have to check the facts, guess what? There's no talking to them.
Exactly.
They don't have to check the facts. Oh, I know. How? I just know. How am I going to debate that?
Exactly.
How am I going to go against? How am I going to talk to you with common sense? Like, oh, yeah, look at this fact. Look at this fact. Not looking. And I'm presenting you the facts.
But people are going to believe what they want to believe. People are going to hear what they want to hear. Once people have it made up in their mind of how you are, how whomever is, there's nothing you can tell them or show them that's going to make them feel otherwise. One of the most difficult things to do is to change somebody's mind on anything, right? Even if you give them facts. Give them facts to change your mind, bro. But them facts ain't facting because I feel strong.
I mean, that could be true for the wrong type of people, but for the right type of people, if you present facts to them, they may not necessarily still agree with you, but they'll be a little more understanding,
about
maybe.
whatever this is, right? Which also is an indication of stupidity, right? Low intelligence, where you are getting information that contradicts your information, which should make you feel differently, man. But when you're so emotionally attached to this, regardless of what anybody says, it don't matter.
Isn't Stevie describing himself?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't even need to look up the stats.
Bro. Oh man, I'm not gonna lie. That was kind of hard to watch. Not because it was a bad video, but it was just hearing what's his face say all that stuff. It's yeesh. Ugh. But yeah, honestly, yeah, I think that's gonna be it for tonight, guys. Thanks for watching as always. Before we go, let me clear the soundboard and I will let you guys go.
Nope.
What the fuck? But why? I don't care.
Stop the cap.
Dumbass motherfucker.
Okay.
You going to jail. You're going to jail.
I'm gonna have to really update this. All right, everybody.